Good morning, Dr.
Good morning, Tom. How are you?
So, folks, as usual, Dr. Chopra comes to town on the occasion of his new book. This one is entitled The Spontaneous Fulfillment of Desire. Subtitle, Harnessing the Infinite Power of Coincidence. So, I would say, from the top, many people, even though these words are familiar, they don't quite see the open blossom of what this work is. First of all, folks, I'm assuming everybody knows Dr. Chopra, Deepak Chopra. The many books, your work is the pioneer mind-body medicine. So if you don't mind, I think I'll assume that the folks know who you are. We don't need to do an introduction beyond that. So this work, coincidence, seems to be so key, but you mean it in a special way.
Actually, I mean it in the way it should mean. The word itself, coincidence, means several incidences linked to each other. Okay, coincidence. The word also is synchronicity. Chronos means time. Synchronicity means synchronized in time. Now, the goal of this book is to explain in very clear scientific terms, first, that the nature of the creative mind of the universe, if you want to call that mind God or spirit or the infinite being, it doesn't matter what you refer to it, but the nature of the creative mind of the universe is synchronistic. And when we experience a coincidence, we have for a moment glimpsed the infinite mind, the creative mind of the universe. And in fact, all religious traditions talk about something called the state of grace. In the state of grace, God is supposedly eavesdropping on your internal dialogue, listening to what you're saying, and not only listening to what you're saying, but granting you the spontaneous fulfillment of your most cherished dreams and desires. If you ask people who've accomplished extraordinary things in their life what the reason is, they'll almost always say, I happened to be in the right place at the right time, or I was lucky, or God was looking after me, or it was a series of strange coincidences. What they're all talking about is the effortless spontaneity through which the unmanifest becomes the manifest.
Effortless
and spontaneous. Effortless spontaneity through which the unmanifest becomes the manifest. Let's examine just some very simple biological phenomena,
Okay.
You start out as one single cell. That cell, all it has to do is divide 50 times. That's it. 1 becomes 2, becomes 4, becomes 16, becomes 64, and 50 replications. There are 100 trillion cells, more than all the stars in the Milky Way galaxy. Each cell is already doing 6 trillion things per second, and each cell is instantly correlating and synchronizing its activity with all the other cells.